Guys, it's Matt. It is Monday, March 11th. Let's jump in and just do a quick review of the market and the trades I took today. So you can see SPY kind of had a little bounce day. The Qs were flat. It was a really low volatility day. I mean, you can see not much range, low range really is what I should say. Um, yeah, nothing crazy through the indices there. I mean, a little bit of consolidation, right? Which is probably good after the new highs recently. Um, cool. Let's see what I'll go through what was on my watch list. So a couple of these are kind of the lower price names, but that I kind of keeping an eye on those right now. I don't really love trading them most of the time, especially if they're lower volume as well. But keeping an eye on them anyway. BK, I'm waiting for this one to break out over that kind of flat top level there. Uh, we'll see what kind of action we get. I mean, it could chop sideways forever. Who knows? Um, I had this one on my radar, but I didn't really pay much attention to it. Same with most of these here. I had alerts set in case they started to break out, but didn't really see anything I liked. GPS, this is one that I was looking at, and it didn't break out until later in the day, I think. We take a look at it. Yeah, it didn't break out here early in the session, and then I'd already left. I walked away by the time it actually broke out here. In fact, I think I was back. Let me see. Mm, Yeah, I would have been just getting back from the gym actually, and probably could have sat down and looked for this, but I decided not to. Anyway, I'm a little upset that I missed that one, but I mean, what are you gonna do? This is why I would rather not trade all day and not sit here and stare at screens and still enjoy life. Than catch every single trade. Stim, this is one of those lower price ones. It was breaking out. I looked at it. I hesitated. I was like, "Oh God, it looks good." Oh, it was breaking out here. It was doing this thing, and I was like gonna chase it even for a second, and then I was just like, "What are you doing, you moron? This is like some low volume, low price thing. Don't do this." And I'm glad I didn't because it ended up just kind of chopping around. I probably would have broke even or maybe had a little loss, but either way, it would have been a waste of my time. So um, I like Hilton here. I don't know, just had a pretty good uptrend lately. I mean, it's not a huge, it's not a huge swings or anything like that, but I'm just kind of keeping an eye on for where it goes from here. IBM is one of those ones I missed. I'd been keeping an eye on this for weeks, it seems, and then I missed these. I missed this breakout here, and then now it's kind of turning back around. I thought maybe after this pullback here Thursday, Friday, that maybe it would pop back up again, but it's now back down inside this range here. So uh, not sure what's going on there. MRNA took this one here close to the open. Um, and basically just liked what I saw. It was breaking out. I mean, obviously it's already got some distance on it, right? Oh shit. Really, the breakout was probably here if you caught it, all right, and then you're like way in the money at this point. But um, anyway, I liked what I saw in the morning. It had some good volume coming into it and was green when everything else was chopping around. So uh, I definitely liked what I saw there. Keeping an eye on Lulu here for just this downtrend line, seeing if we can get a good maybe this might be like a gap and go setup where it gaps up above that trend line and then takes off, or maybe it comes back and touches the trend line. And that's if you think trend lines mean anything. They're just a way of viewing the market, right? It's not uh, trend lines are one of those things, just like most things that traders use to help them see things. It's not oh, this is the way trend lines work and it always happens this way, or even 60% of the time it happens this way, so you can play it and make a profit loss and blah 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 and it'll work out in your favor, expectancy and all that stuff. It's just like, it just helps me view, okay, this has been consolidating and pulling back, and then if it gaps up above that and starts to run, yeah, it might be meaningful if enough, especially if enough people are thinking that way, right? MREO, that's the one that I'm keeping an eye on, but I really don't care that much about it. Microsoft, I like this here, just because it's Microsoft, right? But we've got a nice tight inside day, or not inside day, but a nice tight range here. Um, I like that. So we'll see what that does tomorrow, especially depending on what the rest of the market's doing. After all, it is Microsoft, right? It's historically performed pretty well, to say the least. Uh, Looking at PWR there. Yeah, decent little pullback day. We'll see where this goes from there. MTRX, I like that day too for a lower price one. We'll see. It's right up against that kind of 13 level there, and obviously it tried to break out of that a couple times last week, but we'll see if it can have a little pullback here and then maybe shoot up. No, no, it's again one of those lower price names that if it happens, it happens, and then just keeping AFRM on my list. Let's see what else do we want to look at. Oh, this is the dollar futures, and then here's the yield, kind of both flat on the day, sort of. Well, the dollar was up a little bit, but both again just no range days. CPI prints tomorrow, I think. Is that what's in the morning tomorrow? I believe so, and that could have. Oh, I know what I forgot to show you. Shit, almost walked away without this. This is GTS. I'm still in, or GTES. I'm still in this. You can see after the big kind of slam candle it had with the big wick there, that today it made back some of the gains and tried to push up to the highs up there, right? But didn't quite make it. So anyway, so I'm still in that and mRNA. I did trim a little bit of this right around just below 5R, somewhere in the 1640 range, somewhere in there. Yeah, maybe 1645, 47, something like that. So I'm holding, I think, a little less than half of my position on that one still. And then mRNA, I just took, I didn't mention this, but I took some at 1R here. I took some at 1R and moved the stop to break even. So unless we get a big gap down tomorrow, that I should be safe on both those trades. But anyway, that's it, guys. We'll talk tomorrow. Adios.